as the 1-0 pitch is inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Faircloth, the left fielder for Delaware. Smoked back into the netting. So, Gordon, we've seen a lot from Easley. They really didn't play as well through the first, or following their first 2 innings of play against Texas. They scored a pair of runs in the first, a pair of runs in the second, but took their foot off the gas pedal from the 3rd through the 7th. What's the key going to be today against Delaware?
Well, I think it always helps to have a good start. So for both of these teams, getting out early is definitely a momentum builder. But for Easley, I saw that a little bit last year too. And last year, it seemed like they got off to a good start, and then, like you said, they've kind of left their foot off the gas. So it's about putting up runs early, but it's also about keeping the pressure on by getting base runners and potentially having chances to knock them in.
3-2 pitch from Hughes is upstairs. So a leadoff walk for Faircloth, and you can hear the Delaware families loud and proud early.
Yeah, they've traveled well, and they will compete with this Easley crowd. Obviously, Easley the home team, so a lot more people are local. But Delaware has traveled well.
Easley not just the home team, but they have the ultimate home field advantage. Their crowds show up every time they're playing. The stands are packed. There's an energy in the ballpark when this team is on the field that's totally different than when any of the other 11 teams take the diamond at JB Red Owen Sports Complex. So Philip Christ has a 1-0 count. And Noah Hughes has not been able to locate.
Well, initially he was missing up, and then I thought he just made the adjustment. It might have been below the zone, but that was a better pitch. The last one got downhill on it.
Much tighter strike zone for Matt Everett behind the plate than that of Juwan Bosch in the last game. He's going to make you earn it. Delaware sitting pretty right now. Runner on first, nobody out. And a 3-0 count to the number 2 hitter, Philip Christ. His favorite movie is Grease 2.
What happens in Grease 2?
I have no idea. And that pitch was not the one that he wanted. Back-to-back walks.
Now batting number 19.
I don't know if that counts, though, because that was a reference from
Grease.
The first Grease movie.
Yeah, Grease 1, or AKA Grease. You know who had a lot of grease in that movie was John Travolta's hair.
You know, you can't ever talk about product in a negative way. As somebody who has very temperamental hair, we were discussing it before we got on air, it's really important to make sure that this hair is well coiffed in the humidity. That's nice. That feels good.
Might want to use some conditioner. It's a little stiff.
It is. It is a little stiff. But that's what product is for.
That's right. Now, you're a pace guy?
I am. I actually use what is called Harry's Taming Cream.
Well, of course you would use a product called Harry's.
Gel. Okay, talk about. So, pitchers must be removed on the 2nd visit of an inning or 3rd of the game. So that's 1 visit down. With 1 more, Hughes will be out of the game, and nothing is locating. But to put a bow on that, yes, Harry's Taming Soft Hold Gel.
Sounds complicated, but I'm glad it works for you.
Straightens it out, 1-1. Scott Fillingame at the plate. 6'5", he's the starting pitcher. Right side open for him, should he choose to shoot it that way. Instead, it's in the dirt. A lot of free passes of the ambulatory variety. It's a complicated way of saying a lot of walks so far in the tournament. 2-1 pitch brings it to a 3-1 count. Hughes to the plate. Inside corner. Strike two. This is a region in the Northeast. Has a lot of talented baseball teams. Delaware fought their way through to get to the Senior League World Series, and even at a 6'5" frame, that pitch was too tall for filling game. Bases loaded, 3 straight walks, and Easley's in a bit of trouble early.
Yeah, Noah Hughes has got to figure this out really quick. He's got to let his defense work. He's not going to get any help if he can't throw strikes. Got to find a way to get that ball down in the zone. Looks like he's trying to guide it a little bit. Just focus on throwing that ball to the mitt.
Austin Ladashuk gets strike number 1. Hughes has thrown 18 pitches, 6 of them for strikes. Ball put in play pretty much anywhere will bring home the first run of the game. Instead, it's tipped into Robertson's glove.
Yeah, and that's the first time he's been able to execute that fastball back-to-back for strikes. Both of those strikes, and now he's up 0-2. Much better position to be in, obviously, if you're a pitcher. Pitching ahead in the count, hitting with 0-2 is never fun.
You think that's a setup pitch right there, or just more struggles with command?
I think it's more struggles with the command. I think right now he's trying to execute and do a few back-to-back, right? Get a little bit more consistent. He's got a long way to go. Nobody out. Bases loaded right now for the East.
And it feels like Hughes has gone from 0 pitches to 20 in the blink of an eye. Ladashuk, the shortstop for Delaware, puts it on the ground. Garrett mishandles it. Tag to second. Not in time. Run scores for Delaware. It's a tailor-made double play ball, and Garrett couldn't glove it.
Yeah, it goes from bad to worse right now for Easley. Ground ball to Garrett. He does try to come get it, but he gives himself an in-between hop, and because he does, he's unable to handle it, and it's going to probably be an error on the shortstop. A nice try by Johnson at second base to get an out, but unable to do so. Bases still loaded, 1-0. Now East.
Now batting, number 14, Chris Griffin.
That run is going to be earned either way. Can assume the run was going to score. Chris Griffin, the center fielder, hits with the bases loaded, nobody out, already a run in for Delaware. 15 years of age. And it pops away from Robertson, no further advance. After a play like that, Gordon, you played the middle infield. The mentality of the pitcher, it has to be difficult. You're not throwing strikes. Your shortstop doesn't make a routine play. Yep. How does that affect you?
Well, as a pitcher, it's definitely frustrating, but as an infielder, I'm like, hey, give me another shot. I want to get that bad taste out of my mouth and turn something. As a pitcher, you got to think, hey, I did my job. I might have walked the bases loaded, but I did my job, got a ground ball. I potentially could have had a double play and kind of get closer to getting out of this inning without a crooked number going on the scoreboard. And now it's one of those options where it just goes bad from bad to worse. Same position, 1 in.
He executes a fastball there. Nowhere to put Griffin. The pitch. On the ground is short. Garrett charges. Has one play to first. It's in time, but it doubles the Delaware lead. It's 2-0.
Noah Hughes settling in a little bit. He's got a lot of pitches so far, but he has now gotten that out. And it was the right play by Trip Garrett to just go to first base. That ball's hit so softly that he's unable to try to get a double play or go to second base. And it was the right play to go across the infield for out number 1, but still second and third, 2 already in and only 1 out.
Bit surprised, Gordon, to see the middle infield back. You're already down by a pair. Going to concede that run if it's hit in that direction. Old school mentality, give up the runs early, don't give them up late.
Well, I think the factor here is the fact that you have a second guy on second base as well. If there was just a runner on third base, I think they would come in. But now a single, a little bleeder that gets through, it's going to score 2. So you probably play to catch a ball and hopefully get an out versus potentially come into the grass, lose your range, and then an easy squibber gets through the infield.
One-two pitch from Hughes. Jeremiah Duhamel wants to be a fisherman, commercial fisherman when he grows up.
Not related to Josh, is he?
I don't think so. Hit down the right field line, but it'll go out of play. Corner infield's pinched in case they need to make a throw home. Filling game on third, Ladashuk on second. Looks like that ground ball is not a foul ball.
Yeah, something odd happened right there. It looked like the hitter thought it hit off his foot of some sort, or maybe.
And he winced out of the box. That's.
But then he ran.
About this play. Oh yeah, definitely got the
I'm not sure
top
why
left foot.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you run though if you hit it off your foot. Just stand there.
If we can hold on to this a little bit longer, the umpire signals fair pretty quickly.
Yeah, but he just takes off, so it's like the umpire, what's he supposed to do? He can't call strikes and see that all the time. So the umpires will huddle up a little bit, try to get the call right. Hopefully they do.
Not sure if this is a reviewable play, but it seemed pretty clear that it hit that front left foot, Duhamel. And they're going to say he's out.
Well, so that would, for me, that's why you don't run out of the box if it does hit your foot. He's trying to do the right thing, that they might not get the call right, but if you run out of the box and you know it hit your foot, the consensus is that it didn't hit your foot.
Gavin Mort has 2 in scoring position and 2 away. Delaware's already put up a pair in first inning. Nice job by Noah Hughes of settling in. He's already thrown over 30 pitches. Goes all the way to the backstop. Here comes filling game. Hughes covers. Diving in safely is filling game. His long, lanky frame reached home plate before Hughes could apply the tag. It's 3-0 Delaware.
Well, we talked about it, right? Walks are going to come back to hurt you. He walked 3 to lead off the game, and guess what? All 3 have come in to score just in there before the tag of Hughes. And another big run for the East. As it looks like Hughes is starting to settle in a little bit, they get a little bit of extra. Still a man on third base with 2 outs.
Guess if you're going to give up runs, you want to give them up early. Give yourselves a chance to come back in the game, but 3 consecutive walks have haunted Noah Hughes, and that one gets away again. Another run will score. It's 4-0. Back-to-back wild pitches. Has not been a sharp first inning for Noah Hughes.
Yeah, he just spikes it, and the catcher, Robertson, unable to block it up.
Ground ball, weakly hit to third. Runyon charges, bare hand play, sidearm throw. It's not in time. So Mort, with little dribbler, continues the inning for Delaware.
Yeah, you see where Runyon was playing, obviously way back. He does the right thing, charges it, and makes a pretty solid throw to first base, and a good dig by Addison at first base, but unable to get the runner. That was going to be a tough play the whole way. The fact that it was close kind of shows you the talent of Runyon.
I can't think of a time this year or last where Easley's been down by 4 runs. Nonetheless, 4 runs this early. And Hughes' pitch count is nearing 40. Hit in the air to right, on a line. Hutto comes in, loses his cap, he got it! Diving catch! Great play by Devin Hutto to retire the side, but a 4 spot for Delaware in the first gives them some cushion.
Yeah, a wonderful play by Hutto out and right, and it saves potential disaster.
First inning, lots of walks, only 1 hit. But they capitalized on every mistake, as you see Scott Fillingame, 6'5", 195 pounds. He's going to throw some fire at Easley. Need to scratch across a few runs if they want to stay in this game.
Long way to go.
Easley will be number 21, Bradley Runyon.
That's as good of a guy as any to set the table for the rest of this Easley batting order. Bradley Runyon, he's been our star of the tournament for the last year plus. Had a great pitching performance in Game 1. There's a reason why they had him as their Game 1 starting pitcher, as their leadoff hitter in every game they've played. When you're down 4, you need to get something started early.
It'll be interesting to see what Fillingame's got. Obviously 6'5", he's going to be coming from a much different position than what most of these guys are throwing from. So interested to see, and yeah, it's pretty much 3/4 right over the top, and that's difficult as a hitter, especially a young hitter, because that ball really has some angle when it's coming in. It's a little bit different than you normally see, so we'll see how Easley can handle.
Runyon spins it to short. Leidashuk to first. 1 away.
Well, Delaware's got some pep in their step in the stands, don't they?
They do, and you'd expect nothing less from what's essentially a suburb of Philadelphia with their sporting fans to bring the energy to an event like this.
Philadelphia fans always cordial and nice.
You have any Philadelphia experiences from the major leagues?
I have plenty, and none of them can I say on air.
The 0-1 pitch. It's Trip Garrett. He was 1 for 2, scored a run, had a sacrifice in that opening game where Easley won 4-2. You could tell pretty much right away Fillingham is the first choice pitcher and might be a problem for hitters in this tournament.
Potentially, yes. I mean, he's just coming from such a different arm angle.
High bouncer to first. It's handled by Patone. 6 pitches, 2 groundouts.
Now batting number 18, William Edison.
So much talk in baseball about the analytics behind a pitcher, but one phrase that gets used a lot for a guy of Fillingham's size is extension. What does that mean?
Well, extension means just with his size, he's able to release that pitch, the baseball a lot further, a lot closer to home plate than a lot of other pitchers. And clearly he's got some pretty good feel because he threw that fastball really good first pitch. Then he comes right back with a changeup, right on right changeup, which is tough to throw, but if executed, it's a really good pitch.
And he is daring the Easley hitters to hit what he has. We've seen a changeup, we've seen a slider, we've seen a fastball.
Well, this is going after hitters and being aggressive in the zone is the best medicine. As we've seen, walks are killers, especially at this age. They are in the big leagues too, but sometimes you can get around those. Here, not so much.
1-2 is high. Swing and a miss. Fillingham put on a clinic, a 13-pitch bottom of the first. Delaware keeps its 4-0 lead. We'll see what